everyone, so I'm here today with a Get Ready With Me, and I want my makeup today to stay matte and to be really long lasting. So that's kind of the thought behind all the products that I've picked that I'm going to talk you through. I'm going to start with my foundation, and I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Matte 24 Hour because it's a really nice light foundation in texture, but it does give a really decent amount of coverage, and it does stay on the skin really nicely. And I'm going to use it with this damp kind of beauty blender dupe. This is actually from Wilpro's, and I really like it. It was like £3 and it's just really nice. So I'm going to just pop this onto kind of my weird areas first. I'm looking in a mirror that's kind of situated quite far away from me, so apologies for that. But yeah, the film and Get Ready With Me's, if you don't watch YouTube videos, you don't know how hard it is. But if you don't have a viewfinder in your camera, which I don't, it is so difficult to kind of see what you're doing. So apologies if I'm looking away, but I suppose I can blend my foundation and I don't need to look so early to do that. But I do need to go out later, so I don't want to end up looking really weird. But I just like how this foundation applies really nicely with this sort of way, and you can use it kind of to pop it in like that, or use the kind of pointier end, and it just applies the foundation in a really lovely kind of flawless way, and I feel like it kind of makes it feel really light on the skin as well. It kind of just feels like it's really in sync with your skin, if that makes sense. It kind of doesn't feel ever like it's sitting on top of the skin, which I hate that feeling you get in the summer where you just feel like you're aware of the presence of your makeup type of thing. I like to just feel like, you know, I put it on and it's there and then that's gone. And this beauty blender tube is really lovely. It's quite soft. I like them soft. I know a lot of people like the ones that have a bit more of a bounce to them, and I like the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, but my main issue with that is that every time I go to buy another one, it's always out of stock, and the one that I'm using at the moment I am using for my concealer. So I don't like to kind of mix up the two, and I don't use it damp either. I don't like the Real Techniques one damp. But speaking of the Real Techniques one, I'm going to go ahead and do some concealing under my eyes. And I'm going to use the Maybelline the Eraser Eye. And I feel like every time I use this, it looks like I'm not using any at all, like this really small amount. And to be fair, it's a really blendable concealer. But I don't know, it doesn't come out very easily. I watched a video that Miss Beauty did where she was using this, and it just looked like she kind of has a lot more product in it. But I'm just going to pop this kind of under the eye, and I like to just bounce this like this. And it just really helps kind of mesh everything. It does crease a tiny bit, but to be honest, every concealer I've ever used, even when I was like 15 I think, on my under eye area, just creases. Just the shape of my eyes. But that's it for, sorry if I was blocking the view, that's it for concealer there. Then just to try and cover my pigmentation up a little bit, I'm going to use this cover stick by, it's the Primark Beauty one. I am going to try the new Rimmel concealers, the 24 hour one that people are saying is a good dupe for the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. I am going to pick up that one, I think maybe tomorrow, just to see what that's like, because I feel like this Primark one, well, it covers, you know, okay, it's not kind of the most amazing coverage. Then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of the Clarins Instant Light Brush On Perfector under my brows, just because I like that kind of, I like around my eye area in general, just and on my lids as well, to just be really bright, because it, I don't know, it looks really dark to me whenever I look at that kind of area on me. So I'm just going to blend that in. And then pop on my eye base, which I also like to keep my shadows on, but also I like the fact that it neutralises my lid. I've got quite kind of browny lids, and I don't like that. It just looks a bit tired on me, I find. So I'm using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot just all over to just really kind of neutralise it, and I just feel like already it makes such a difference. It makes you just look so much more alive and awake and less kind of tired. I just like a really even skin tone, basically. So that's everything in terms of base. I'm quite happy with that. Then for powder, I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. just all over. Actually, but before I do powder, I'm going to do my cream blusher because I like doing it in that kind of order. I'm using this pink cream blusher by Envy Makeup, and it's in Chili Chops, which is super cute. I'm just going to dot a little bit into my cheek and blend it out. And these are really, really pigmented. You don't need much at all, so I'm just going to kind of pop on a small amount, and then if I want to add more, I can. That's the problem though with like where my pigmentation is, it kind of blusher sort of almost disturbs the concealing that you've done, which I hate, but then I need blusher to look alive. So we'll see about that. Just blend that all out. A little bit more on this side. And it probably looks a little bit weird and a little bit stark at the moment. But once my the rest of my makeup's on, it'll be fine. I might just go in with a little bit more concealer though, now that I've kind of disturbed some of that. Just wish that I had perfect skin. But that's kind of that done, and then I'm going to just quickly do some powder. So as I said, the Rimmel Stay Matte, which has been being good at keeping me matte. I want to try the Soap and Glory one. Is it One Heck of a Blot? But every time I swatch it, I don't know, I just feel like it looks really, really powdery, and I hate that. But my skin's been really oily since it's got warm, so I kind of need that, I suppose. So that's it for powder. Then for bronzer, I'm going to use the MUA Bronze and Sculpt Contouring Kit. I've got a video on contouring products coming up soon, but I'm going to just use the bronzing shade in it, which is this one here. Just all over to just warm my face up a little bit. I'm going to use a different colour to contour with, but just I've had this like weird annoying sneezing cough thing, and I don't get hay fever, so I'm not quite sure what it is, but I've had it for a few days now and it's kind of irritating. But just to warm up my face, and I always like to take my bronzer down my neck and chin to help disguise my double chin. That's that, and a little bit of my nose, I think always looks really cute. Then for contour itself, I'm going to use this new contour kit from Maybelline, the Sculpt Master, or the Master Sculpt, I don't know how you want to call it. I've got it in the shade light medium just because I felt like the other one looked a bit too warm for me. But I'm going to just get some of this on an angled brush. Get rid of any excess that's going on. And just suck in my cheekbones. And pop that into the hollow. And it's a really nice light contour. You know, during the summer it's difficult with makeup because you don't want to be wearing too much so it looks really made up and fake, but you still want to look pretty. And the key is to kind of find nice formulas, I think, that don't look too much. So I really like this. A little bit there, tiny bit on my nose as well. I always find like the one place where my foundation can look weird is on my upper lip. Do you ever find that? Like, I don't know, it just always looks a little bit weird. And I've kind of whacked my upper lip. So it's not because of anything like that, but anyway. Then let's do brows. So I've got my products here with me, and I'm really sorry that this looks so disorganised, but I don't know, I watched Michaela's video, the most recent Get Ready With Me that she did, and it was just really kind of chilled and relaxed, and I just thought it looked really fun, so I wanted to do something like that as well. And if I'm honest, I haven't really been feeling filming lately. I've kind of been not making myself, because I never make myself because I think that that really shows, but I've just kind of had a lot on my mind and I've just been kind of a little bit distracted. But today I felt like I really wanted to do this, so I thought I'm not going to let anything stop me. But I'm using the Eyes of Hour eye pencil in Dynasty Brown. I just use this to just kind of fill in where I feel a tiny bit sparse, but I don't really do much of that at all, if I'm honest. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Brow Drama in dark brown, which I really, really like, and just pop this all over. I know that Rimmel do one that's supposed to be similar to this, and that everyone says is like the Benefit Gimme Brow. which I'd quite like to try. There's quite a few things from Rimmel I've been eyeing up recently, if I'm honest, which is weird because it's not a brand that I tend to kind of go to, but maybe I'll pick some stuff up. Then for eyeshadow, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked Basics kit, just because I feel like matte eyeshadows last the best on me. If I know that I've got a long day and I want something to just really stay on properly, matte shadows is pretty much the way to go for me. There's my brush. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use, what shall I use? I think I'm going to do Walk of Shame, and I'll do a little bit of Naked in the crease first. I've been enjoying kind of doing that, just doing the crease first and then adding in. I don't know why, I just feel like it's kind of been working better for me. So just a little bit of Walk of Shame in the crease, and it's kind of quite a light colour Walk of Shame. It's not, you know, like a really dramatic crease, and then I'm going to build it up. So I've got just a little hint of shadow going on there. Oh sorry, I'll keep calling that Walk of Shame, it's not, it's Naked too. So a little bit of that, and I'm going to blend that out. The crown brushes, I've noticed they shed in a really irritating way. Like they'll be fine for ages and ages, and then they just start shedding. And the bronzer brush is the worst. It's really, really annoying. It's such a good brush, but literally you end up just picking off hairs from your face, and I hate that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Faint, which is the dark brown, and just do a little bit of that on the outer corner. Just kind of the outer V. A little bit of that where I didn't want it, so. I find that with Urban Decay shadows, I know everyone says that they're great, and they are really, really good shadows, but I do find that they have a bit of an annoying fallout in a way that, say, MAC eyeshadows don't. Get that really nice and blended. And then I'm going to take Walk of Shame and pop that in the inner part of my lid. And that way everything just pops a little bit more, I feel. Kind of gets a little bit more gradient. So I'm going to just do the same in the other eye. A little bit of Faint on the outer corner. I've been looking for a really nice peach eyeshadow. That's been my quest recently. I just wanted like a kind of matte creamy peach, not a really pink peach, but just a matte creamy peach colour, and I have looked in so many different brands. Just can't find the colour that I'm after, and I hate that. And to be fair, it's my fault because I do this all the time, even with clothes. I'll have an idea in my head of what I want, and then I think that like it should exist, so I go searching for something that doesn't actually exist because it's something that I've just made up pretty much. But yeah, peach eyeshadow recommendations if you've got any. So that's it for my eyes. I'm kind of going to have quite a bright lip, so I'm going to not do too much to my eyes. Just going to do a little bit of mascara. I'm using the Maybelline 1x1, which I think's been discontinued. And this one's pretty much on its last legs, really. I think I've kind of got maybe a week out of it left, and then we're done. I don't usually film myself doing mascara, but I thought, you know, whatever. This is quite chilled, relaxed. Get ready with me. And I actually love watching these while I'm getting ready. I feel like it's really fun. It's like you're getting ready with someone else. And I've been really into having a lot of mascara recently, because I think when you're not wearing much on the eyes, it just really helps to define everything. But yeah, I can deal with that. That's okay. Not going to do anything in the bottom lash line today. I just don't feel like it. I haven't been doing that recently as well. Just, I know kind of it adds a lot of definition. Oh, I blinked. That's because I'm trying to talk while I'm doing this. I know it adds a lot of definition, but it also kind of somehow I feel like can make everything look a bit less awake, and yeah, I don't like that sometimes. So that's it for my eyes. I'm going to leave it like that. Then for my lipstick, I'm using a new lipstick. I haven't actually used this before, but I'm going to just use a little bit of lip liner first, just to get the shape right. Using this nude one from Essence, which you can see I've used a lot. needs sharpening. And then I'm going to use, where are you? This one from Maybelline, which is their 14-hour lipstick in Stay With Me Coral. Now, it's not a coral, I wouldn't say. To me, that's kind of like a pink, but it's pretty nonetheless. And that's it, that's the finished look. I like having kind of slightly cleaner eye and a bright lip in the summer. I think that looks really pretty. Or I'll do like a kind of orangey, peachy eye and a slightly nude lip. I think it looks really nice, but it just looks like really clean and pretty. But I don't think this lipstick's coral at all. Would you call that coral? It's like a kind of bright raspberry pink to me, but it looks very pretty anyway. So that's pretty much everything. I was going to put some highlighter on, but I don't think I'm going to bother now because I feel like it's just too hot for it. But I hope you enjoyed this little get ready with me, and let me know if you've tried any of these products and what do you recommend from Rimmel. What do you think I need to pick up from Rimmel? I want to try some of their stuff. I really want that In Love With Ginger lipstick that Lily Pebbles always talks about. I haven't been able to spot that yet, so I'm going to have a little hunt for that tomorrow. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!